Welcome into the Scorecard presented by Encore Golf. I'm your host, Travis Fulton. Thank you for making us part of your day. A busy weekend of golf. I was in the Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas area playing a little golf myself. We'll get to that momentarily, but a lot to break down with the Honda Classic. It's Arnold Palmer Invitational Week presented by MasterCard down in Orlando. And you know what, people? We're 1 week away now from the Players' Championship right here in my backyard. We call this show the Scorecard. It's the fastest 9 holes in golf. Are you ready? Are you ready? Now, if there's one thing for certain on the PGA Tour, if there's a tournament, Sung Jae Im, well, he's playing in it. No one plays more tournament golf than the 21-year-old Sung Jae Im as he wins the Honda Classic for his first win on the PGA Tour. And if you've been following me here, you know I have been big on Sung Jae Im for quite some time. 2018, Player of the Year on the Korn Ferry Tour. 2019, he was the Rookie of the Year on the PGA Tour. And it was just a matter of time before he got his first win. And it begs the question now, these young players, we talk about Viktor Hovland, we talk about Matthew Wolff, we talk about Colin Morikawa. Here's Sung Jae Im. If you're not talking about him, they all have one win. Who's the most complete player right now? Give me Sung Jae Im. Finishing second at the Honda Classic, 29-year-old Mackenzie Hughes. You know I like to play a little fantasy golf, got my own league, you should get in it, PGA Tour Golf Fantasy app, check it out, it's a lot of fun. But if you had Mackenzie Hughes on your fantasy golf team, you simply drew his name out of the hat. He has shown no form in 2020, 12 starts, has made the cut 9 times, but in a weekend where the stars were not around, Koepka, Fowler, Rose, all missing the cut, Mackenzie Hughes, the Canadian, took full advantage, put together his best week of the year, finishing second, and now with 4 made cuts, has made just under $800,000 on the money list. A lot of loonies and toonies. Your boy Brooks Koepka missed the cut at the Honda Classic, 2 starts in the 2020 calendar year, T43 at the Genesis, and now a missed cut down in West Palm Beach. We got to give him a little bit of runway here. Now he's coming off a knee surgery. He needs reps. He's probably working and looking towards the first major of the year at Augusta National. But the flat stick is really the one that concerns me. He has not looked good with the putter. Strokes gained putting last week at the Honda, negative 4.6. That's a big number. He's going to clean some things up. He still has a lot to say. Check out the GQ.com article as he continues, well, to voice his opinion. All fine and dandy, but you got to be playing good golf, and it's going to be interesting to see now. He's playing this week, playing in the Players, Augusta around the corner. Brooks Koepka, interesting player for me in 2020. Another player that missed the cut at the Honda Classic, Rickie Fowler, a former champion there, plays very well on that difficult golf course at PGA National, a good win player, but as I mentioned a couple weeks ago, making some swing changes with his new coach, John Tiller. Now, it appears to me he's working the club shaft more vertical, he's trying to be less laid off at the top, he's trying to get more loaded. Some wholesale changes. Change is never easy for these kinds of players, especially to this magnitude. You gotta give it some time to see if it'll transfer to better golf. Strokes gained tee to green to this point, he's 88th on the PGA Tour, negative 1.12. But I think the big question mark is around the greens. Is he neglecting his short game at this point as he works through the changes in the full swing? Strokes gained around the green, currently 167th on the PGA Tour. That is not Rickie Fowler-like. Tiger Woods did not play in the Honda Classic and announced on Friday afternoon last week he would not be playing in the Arnold Palmer Invitational, a place that he's won 8 times at Bay Hill. So let me tell you where Tiger will be playing. He said he's playing 12 times on the PGA Tour. So here they are. He already played in the Farmers, the Genesis. He's going to play next week at the Players, WGC Dell. Match play in Austin. Of course, he's going to play in the Masters and defend. Wells Fargo, PGA Champ. We'll play at Jack's Place Memorial, the U.S. Open, over to the Open Championship, and then he'll miss the first playoff event at the Northern Trust and then pick up the last 2, the BMW Championship and the Tour Champ. Those are the 12 tournaments for Tiger Woods, so we can all rest. That's what it'll be in the 2020 season. Arnold Palmer Invitational presented by MasterCard down in Bay Hill. Always a fun event. I actually played in the Pro-Am last year with Viktor Hovland. We almost won it. Caddied for the Vice President of Marketing a couple times down there. Really a fun atmosphere. Tiger is not playing, but really a good field here. Rory, Brooks, Phil, Bryson, Fleetwood, Sanjay, Hideki, Rose, Xander, Adam, and your boy, Patrick Reed. Also playing this week at API, defending champion Francisco Molinari, who has appeared to officially lost his game. I mean, check out these statistics really from just a year and a half ago. Back to 2018 here when he was playing really well. Strokes gained off the tee, he was 8th. Strokes gained approach, 10th. Strokes gained around the green, 7th. Strokes gained putting, 82nd. 2020 now, same stats. Strokes gained off the tee, 180th. Approach, 193. Around the green, 137th. Putting, 186. This is a guy that's made changes to get more distance, different coaches, learning around the greens. It hasn't transferred. Just talk about Ricky Fowler and some of the changes that he's trying to make. This is touchy stuff. Not good numbers for the defending champion, Francisco Molinari. And finally on the scorecard, I was out in Dallas, Texas last week for the PGA Memes Challenge on Sunday. But before I played that, I actually got to play Colonial on Saturday, which was awesome. The Charles Schwab Challenge is there in the middle of May. Had a great time with some members there. Had a great time in the PGA Memes Tournament. 2 great golf courses, great people, a lot of good food, and my playlist was absolutely on fire. And you know one of the songs that was not on my playlist? It was this one from Mike Stone. See you next week, everybody.